I was known as an enforcer family.
Okay.
Specifically, I worked later on in the years for the Gotti family directly and was their enforcer.
Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today we're going to talk about Tweedledee and Tweedledum. A lot of things going on, and we're going to cover them. And we're going to show you how things change over time and people act different. And I got a special guest joining me today, Mr. Sonny Grasso.
Ho!
Hey!
Nice.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What's going
You're a
on, man?
beautiful audience. I'm here for more entertainment and satire.
This is for entertainment purposes only and pure satire. We don't wish harm on any of these people, and there were no rats harmed in the filming of this episode. Maybe their feelings, but that's about it. So I tried to get the beginning, the little clip, but my computer's acting up. I need a new computer. My computer it's freezing and doing crazy things. I'm trying.
You're running out of memory, like Sammy the Bull and John A.
Maybe, yeah, that could be perfect analogy. So if anyone wants to donate and help me help you, you can donate through Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. You can donate through Venmo, PayPal, Super Sticker, Super Chat, Zelle, all that good stuff. And I appreciate every single dollar. Even $1 helps. It goes a long way. And I put the money towards new equipment and trying to better the community. You know, I volunteer.
Absolutely.
Go check out briansangels.org. I would be volunteering today, but I got some pretty major interviews lined up. I got 2 of them today, pretty big ones.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't let the people know who it is yet, but you'll know soon. But I interviewed an Albanian gangster, Sonny.
That's pretty cool. That must have been great.
Caro, I don't know how to say his name. Chero, right?
Chero.
Caro, Caro.
Did he know Aletto?
No bueno. Nope. He did not know Aletto. He said he was locked up around the same time, but allegedly Aletto was running the prisons. And he's going to explain it in some of these clips we got for you guys today. How he was the Gotti's main enforcer in the
I just saw that.
And yo, Robert, how are you, man? Shout out to Robert. I heard Jimmy Calandra got slapped on Friday. I don't know if that's true.
Got slapped?
I heard that's what I hear at a club called Lava on Long Island.
Lava?
Yeah, I guess there was a fight there and some people got slapped, and Jimmy was one of them. I don't know if it's true.
Let me see if I can find out, because I know that club. Wow. By a guy or a girl?
What do you mean by a girl?
No, who got slapped? The girl slapped him?
No, guy slapped him.
Oh. Oh, you mean a slap?
Yeah, like slapped.
Like a message slap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess he's been making videos and you know, in the neighborhood, people don't like that shit, man. If you're a cooperator, they don't like that. It's kind of like you're rubbing it in their face.
Right? You saw that when he went back to the neighborhood and told them who he was hanging out with and where and what? And
That's insane. And I don't get it. But hey, things happen. People are not invincible. Anyone can get touched. We all know that. And I haven't did a club in years. Me either. I don't know what he would even be doing in a club. He has 2 little kids, a family. Like, what's the reason to go to a club? Like, you're out of that life. Like, these guys, I get it, because they want to be seen by everyone. They think they're gangsters still. They think they're in that life. And it's far from the truth. They put out a false narrative.
and then they jump all over anybody that like does the same thing as them.
Yeah,
Like,
did you get permission to interview him, Staxx? Everyone needs his approval from A-Life.
Good one, Bobo.
Yeah, I don't drink. There's no reason. I mean, I did work at a strip club in Minneapolis, Minnesota for 6 months. You believe that?
Yeah, I
I lasted 6 months, and I just didn't like it, man. It wasn't for me. You know,
I wanted to roam, and they kept me at the door, and you deal with the shit at the door, and I didn't want.
They were begging me to stay, begging me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And I was like, nah, I'm good. I bought 2 cars when I was out there. I stacked up a lot of money, and I mean, it was a good time. I met some good people, and I know I was letting them down by leaving once, because I had a bunch of different jobs that I did, and it took a while for them to train me for it. So they were disappointed that I was leaving, but that's life. You know?
Hey, you got to do what's good for you.
Yeah, I didn't like these strippers started playing games with my money, bro.
Really?
Yeah, playing crazy games. They didn't want to pay me. They were like shorting me on money, and I started doing I started working these events, right?
Yeah.
And they were jerking me around on my money, man. I'm not gonna stay around fucking playing me with my money.
Oh, fuck that. Did they try to barter it?
What do you mean? They tried not paying me.
Yeah, and then lay down on the floor and say, take out $50.
No. Like, I would ask them. I would tell the guy that I was there with, I need my money, and he's like, don't bother him right now. It'd always be an excuse, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
yeah, because he was probably getting your money.
Of course.
Yeah.
He got slapped in a strip club too in Florida. He was with the lowlife Mike Dowd. Mike Dowd is another.
Oh, that's right.
Trash Dowd.
Oh,
Dowd
man.
is pretty much one of the biggest losers out there. Strippers playing with your Staxx. Yeah, man. Yeah, Ronan. Strippers were playing with my Staxx. I wasn't having it. Great picture with Mike Tyson. Thank you, Robert. Yeah, he's a great guy. I got to meet Mike Tyson. We had a little conversation. It was a good time. Don't worry, I got some more pictures coming. Whatever happened to Mike Dowd? He's still living with A-Light, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
They're a bunch of circle jerks over there.
He's becoming a semi-regular now on his show, or whatever the fuck that is.
I can't tell you who the guest is, Robert, but I can tell you that they're a pretty big name. You guys will know who it is. But I do have Robert Miano. Part 2 and part 3 are dropped. Part 2's dropping today. And I got a bunch of other guests. How the fuck does Gene think Merlino is a rat?
I was just reading that.
What the fuck?
Absolutely insane.
Yeah, these guys, they want people to be rats like them.
Right. Right.
They want to be the stand-up guys. They want to be Joey Merlino so bad, but they can't. You can't take it back.
Right.
You guys cooperated. You're rats.
There's a whole history of their lies going back and forth.
Staxx shows are top notch. Sonny Grasso, best host always. Hope this helps with the computer. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Nice.
So, how have you been, man? How's your health doing and things?
Oh, I just got confirmed my diagnosis. My prostate cancer is back, and it's advanced. And in 2020, when I first got it, I had cyberknife surgery because they said it's the best, and 99% success rate. Blah blah blah. 4 years later, here I am. It's back. So I'm getting these shots. It's called Eligard, and hopefully that works. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, like how is that? They say it's not going to come back, and you're good, and then all of a sudden it's back.
Yeah, I know. That's why I went with the cyberknife. If I was to go with the regular radiation, it would have been 5 days a week for 45 minutes a day for 5 weeks. So that's 25 treatments. Cyberknife is 1 week. You're in there. I mean, I had it opposite. I'm sorry. It's 5 days a week for about 15 minutes for 5 weeks. Well, cyberknife is only 5 days for about 45 minutes, and it's stronger and it gets to it right away and guaranteed and blah, blah, blah. Well, they missed the markers that they put in there, number one, a couple of times and fucked up my bladder. And obviously it didn't work, did it? I've never been the same since. And so here we go. Round number 4, fighting cancer. I'll kick its ass like I've done before. That's all.
Did you have to have a colostomy bag and all that?
I did once, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. I've seen a lot of people in prison with those from getting shot and things like that.
Yeah. I had it for 4 months before they reversed it.
They're like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. They just dump it in the toilet.
Right? I'll tell you a very quick funny story. When I went back to work after I had the operation, and everybody had found out from my girlfriend that I had a colostomy bag. So the very first meeting we had, everybody sitting around the table, you know, and I got tired of everybody like looking in the hallway and staring down, trying to see it, you know. So the president of the company was making a presentation and he's talking. Right in the middle of it, I take out a newspaper and I start reading it. And he's talking, then he stops and he looks at me, he goes, Sonny. I go, yeah. What are you doing? I said, well, don't you read the paper when you take a shit? And everybody busts out hysterical laughing.
That's funny.
I said, so, can we stop now? Stop looking. Yes, I got a bag. Yes, I take a crap out of my stomach. Let's move on from here. So,
and what do you? It holds on like a strap, and you like strap it on you, right? Something like that.
It's adhesive. It tapes right to you where the hole is, and then when the bag fills up, you just change the bag,
and it fills up on its own, right?
Yeah,
like you don't got to do nothing. It just goes in there.
I mean, you even fart into it. So imagine that. It's like blowing up a freaking balloon.
And what happens? Can it just blow
I run out into the backyard and try to find some way to let the air out.
Oh, you let the air out of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, man.
It was not
fun. Like, you go outside, right? And you're like,
oh, yeah. Where's he going? Oh, never mind. Yeah, it was not
funny, man.
I was still I used to be a chairman for a golf tournament for cerebral palsy. I did it for like 20 years, raised millions of dollars for them. So one night, this guy is a friend of mine. Well, he's passed away now, but very rich. So he takes us to a strip club on the island. And, you know, what's having a couple of drinks. And you want to dance? You want? No, I'm good. I'm good. So I was getting ready to leave. And this beautiful, hot-looking girl comes up and grabs my hand, starts pulling me. I said, no, I'm good. She says, well, no, he paid for the dance. I went, all right. Well, I didn't know that. He said, I don't know how much he gave her. He goes, you just keep giving him a lap dance until he begs for mercy. All right. And she, 1 song, 2 songs, 3 songs. I'm like, all right, this is getting old now. And he's yelling over the side. I heard about getting a lap dance when you're half in the bag, but not when you have a bag attached to you.
Imagine she like hit it and starts spilling everywhere. You never had it spill anywhere? Rip
Yeah.
open?
Only once. But I kept it clean, and I lived life as normal, and you do what you got to do, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to go through it. That's terrible. You got to go through that again, man.
Yeah.
It really is.
And now, yeah, here I am again.
Well, we're going to cheer up your day right now with the
Always.
Gambino Enforcer. Let's check him out.
Well, I
Yes.
was known as an enforcer of the Gambino family. Specifically, I worked later on in the years for the Gotti family directly, and was their enforcer, their killer.
Oh, that killer.
Killer. He was their killer.
Wow.
He was their top echelon killer. You know, he used to do the jig. This guy is too much.
The guy that you didn't want to see if you had a problem with us.
Okay. So obviously, if you're admitting you were a killer and you're sitting here right now, not behind bars, how did that happen?
Yeah, explain. How did you kill 100 people? And he killed dozens, right? He killed dozens?
Dozens. I just saw him on an interview when they asked him, how many people have you shot? He goes, I don't know, I stopped counting after 30. I'm like, oh, man.
It's total bullshit, man. I know one guy who baseball batted someone, right? Baseball batted the shit out of, broke his arm, broke his legs. He got arrested for it. Like, you're not going to be able to get away with that many crimes and not get caught.
Right.
There's no way. Like, it's
Well,
not going to happen.
There's only one way, you know.
Oh, yeah. It's what they are. Fucking
Look.
rats. Rats are a snitch's best friend.
That's
You know?
right.
Like dogs are a man's best friend.
They feed off each other. They need each other.
They need each other to survive because legitimate guys will not deal with these people.
Correct.
And now Joey Merlino's going on DJ Vlad's show. I don't get it because Vlad interviewed rats. So I'm putting the offer out there. Vlad, Merlino, come on my show.
Joey,
come on the legitimate guy's show.
I'll cook for you.
Fuck?
I'll cook for you if he comes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Tell him.
I was in jail many years. Tampa. Actually, my case was based out of Tampa, Florida. Although I was a New Yorker and born and raised in New York.
He got chased down to Tampa. That's
Correct.
what happened. He got chased out of New York. He went to Philly, and then he went down to Florida.
Yeah,
And
it was suggested to him to go to Tampa.
so now he gets caught, goes to Brazil, gets caught, right? He killed all these people, and he says that the murder charges went away just because of the extradition. So the murder, he didn't have to face the murder charges. Watch, he explains it here.
We expanded business down here to Florida, and the Middle District of Florida ended up sending an indictment RICO case against me. And I went on the run, which they say on the lam, to probably about 20 countries. And eventually I was caught in Brazil by Interpol and imprisoned in Brazil for 2.5 years fighting extradition back to this country.
All right, so now listen, because we're going to debunk some of his bullshit he says right here. He just said he went to Brazil, went to prison 2.5 years, right? Remember that, 2.5 years. And then this guy asked him, how long did you spend in solitary? That means by yourself, right? He explains it. He debunks his own stories. He doesn't even realize it. It's pretty easy to tear these guys up.
Right.
Which eventually they got me back here, and I did the circuit of prisons in Tampa between Falkenberg, Hernandez County, Pinellas County, Hillsborough, Lake County. I've been in all these jails here, Miami, MCC. So I'm very familiar with the system in Florida, Miami, Tampa area.
Okay, and what exactly were you locked up for?
I was charged for drug dealing, murder conspiracies, assaults, and just a slew of everything which they bottle up in what they call RICO. I was involved in a RICO racketeering case with the Gambino family and considered a street boss.
Now he's the boss. Now he's the fucking boss.
A street
Wow.
boss, an
I didn't hear-
unmade street boss.
Yeah, non-made street boss who's
Wow.
Albanian, taking over for John Gotti, right?
You know, he's not a very good gangster with all these arrests.
No, I thought he never got caught, right? And he
Unbelievable.
cooperates on the first time he gets arrested. These
Oh my
guys just
God.
don't have it in them. Now they want to come on YouTube and act like they're still in the life.
So he was
Fucking-
arrested in almost every county in Florida. Wow.
No, they transferred him from
Oh.
prison to prison.
Got it.
You know, he's got to say all that to make himself sound like he's somebody.
Yeah.
Let's listen to this street boss.
Holy shit. Okay, so how?
Holy shit!
Holy shit.
Holy shit! That's not true.
A Brazilian street boss?
An Albanian street boss. Holy shit! Where the fuck do they got those?
How did you get out of prison if you had a murder charge? How did you beat a murder charge
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear how you beat 100 murder charges.
amongst all of these other insane charges?
Well, when I was down in Brazil, when Interpol catches me, I'm doing about 2 years, 2.5 years there. Well, I did exactly 2.5 years there, and I was brought back here on Christmas Eve 2006, almost 2007. Extradition law is a 30-year sentence between countries. So
Okay, so he's saying that because he got an extradition, that he didn't have to face all the murder charges that he was never charged with.
Right. That's amazing.
Wow, he's good, huh?
Why didn't he just stay there?
He really knows the law, doesn't he? He's great.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
will you be my lawyer? Hey, like, what the fuck?
case in life here, once I left the country, in order for them to bring me back, the maximum time I can get on that extradition treaty is the maximum life sentence in Brazil, which is 30 years.
So, wait. I don't get
What?
it. So, he's charged with a bunch of murders here, but the max he can get is 30 years because of some extradition treaty. That's total bullshit.
Of course it is. He's being extradited for the crimes here. Nothing to do with Brazil.
No. He might get arrested for that charge for leaving the country, but they won't extradite you if you're getting the death penalty, I believe, right?
Right. Correct.
But
Correct.
he's full of shit. So
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the way he can talk his way out of not being charged with all these murders and not going to prison.
What
for
about
it.
he didn't mention the guards that he killed in Brazil too?
Oh yeah, they just let him go because of that. They didn't care. Let's listen in.
Once they bring me back, it's a 30-year term. And
how old were you
do
then?
About 25 on that. I was in my 40s, about 40, 41 years old when they grabbed me.
So you can murder as many people as you want here. You can run to Brazil, and all you're going to get is 30 years.
Well, you have to be over 40.
Oh yeah. You got to be John A. Light to do that, right?
Oh my God Almighty!
Wow.
You notice how his face tightens up when he's telling bullshit?
His face is always tight. What do you mean?
Well, yeah, there's no smile. There's no like little devilish grin or something on his face. When he's telling bullshit, he's
When they introduce him as a Gambino killer and shit, he smirks.
of course.
He's a delusional clown, Maureen.
That's
says.
a badge, man. Well, he's a Brazilian Albanian street boss and a killer.
Yeah, he's an Albanian street boss. You guys don't know about the Albanian street boss.
I probably did. I never counted day for day, but I've done probably about 7 years in solitary confinement. I didn't see a yard.
Not continuous. That was just total.
I was in and out of them, but
Yeah.
well, I'll tell you what. I was in Brazil penitentiary for 2.5 years. I'd seen a yard once a month.
Okay, so he's saying that he was in there for 2.5 years.
Right.
And then he says he was in solitary confinement.
And he was only out once a month.
But so how was he in with all these people? Where do all
And he
these
was
people come in.
Yeah, then
Makes
you know
no
what?
sense.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
In my underwear at best, no shoes, nothing on rocks. And it's not a yard like you see a yard. I'm not talking about a yard. I'm talking about high security, gun patrols. They're up in the towers, dogs all over you. And it's, I guess, the size of a basketball court at best.
And he killed 2 guards in that
I was just
living
gonna say,
condition.
yeah.
He
I was
killed
just
2
gonna say.
guards in that living condition, and they didn't do anything to him. They just let him walk out of the prison.
He killed 2 guards in his underwear, walking around on rocks, surrounded by guys patrolling with rifles and dogs all over him.
And he pulled a knife out of his ass, he
There you
says.
go. He's good.
Yeah, he's great. He's the
good.
next Rambo. They're going to make a Rambo in the movie named A-Light, the Rambo. Of America.
Hey, what was Rambo's first name? Do you remember?
I don't
It
know.
was John.
Oh, John. It was John.
It was John.
John Rambo.
Otherwise, I was caged in. I never left the cells. I was in cells with 54 guys that fit 12 guys.
I thought you were in solitary confinement. What happened? Now you're in a cage with 54 guys?
In 12 cells.
12 cells. Something's not adding up here, Johnny boy.
So that's 4.25 guys in a cell.
4.25. Yeah, they had little people there too.
Sometimes higher than that in the 60s. It rained inside the cells. They had water that went up to our knees at points during
Oh
storms.
my God. Oh my God.
This guy's fucking funny.
So he had a room with a pool. How nice.
Yeah, he had a pool. They got to swim around in their own feces and piss.
That's great.
There was blackouts, complete no lights. So, you know, that was the conditions. When I came to Florida, I was out on the tiers for a while, but you're on tiers that you don't go out to a yard. You
What
go
does that
into
mean?
another cage.
Tiers?
Tiers are your double level tiers in Florida
What?
prisons, and you don't really leave that pod. Then I went into solitary cells for a couple of years, and then I was in MCC, forced into a unit where there's 9 cells on the floor, and you're not leaving those cells.
This guy's fucking funny, man.
Well, that part is.
He tries to make it sound so dangerous.
Yeah.
Listen, I went to a level 4 prison. I was with lifers, and I survived. Oh, look at that. I survived. I can show you other people who
He's
have
acting like,
survived.
and I didn't deserve any of this. Why are they doing this to me?
Yeah, I didn't deserve it. Because he didn't hurt nobody, right?
The only thing he said that was right there was the MCC having 9 cells on the floor. That's it.
Is there 2 levels in Florida prison?
In Florida?
Yeah. Have you ever been to prison in Florida? I've never been down
No.
there in prison. I've only been to state prison in Connecticut, and he would not survive in Connecticut. He would not.
I was in prison.
He'd be washing
in
someone's
Brazil.
drawers. He'd be washing someone's drawers. You were in prison in Brazil? Yeah, me too.
You're stuck there 24 hours, and you go up on a basketball court at night for about an hour, 3 days a week. So I never seen an actual yard. So that was 10 years of that. Prior to that, I was in and out of solitary confinement for fights, 6 months at a time, 8 months. I did about a year straight at another time. So yeah, I spent my fair share of time in solitary confinement. And listen, I'm no different, because you'll hear guys complaining about it. But when you're a high-profile inmate, which
So he's a high-profile inmate, right?
Oh my God.
He's not complaining about it because no one could hurt him in there. That's why he's not complaining,
The compliments keep coming.
right? People love this guy. Don't worry, we've got another one for you.
Does he?
I was chased down by Interpol in every country. And when
Every
you're killing
country?
guys and hurting
In every country, and then he says he visited every country on the fucking in the whole world
Oh,
before
my
he got
God.
caught. He named
Who's his
off,
travel agent?
I know. Where's your passport? I want to see all these stamps. Little Johnny washing men's dishes, getting his commissary took along with his ass, probably. I wouldn't doubt it.
Guys, I'm no different than a lot of these guys. We're all going to the same thing. So what I'm saying is, it's not a life to live like a dog in a cage,
Right.
and showering and with a camera watching you. And you.
So what do you recommend? People tell on their friends, Johnny boy? Is that what you recommend for them not to do time? How about not get involved with crime in the first place? How about that?
Well, he's worried about his hair. That's why.
Yeah.
You know, you're on these secure cells, so there's cameras in the room. You take a shit, they're watching you.
Yeah.
You feel horny that day and you want to jerk off, they're watching you. Well, because here's one of the reasons. When I first was in court during the trials, the Gotti family, their lawyers said I shot about 60 guys. So I never denied how many people I shot, how many people I hurt, how many people I baseball batted.
He loves that. Listen, they use the strategy trying to make him look worse than he was, right?
Yeah.
That's what they do.
But it don't work on guys like that, because that to them makes them look better and bigger and tougher and stronger. Now he shot 60 guys. I baseball batted 45 guys, and I stabbed about 300 guys. So
well, he's going to tell you right here how many.
I mean, I was very famous for saying, yes, I did. You know, so I don't deny that walk I took in the streets. But, you know, one of the things people know that I do now is try to help kids not to follow that path and follow those footsteps and save themselves a lot of pain and anguish, and maybe save their life. So I'm out there publicly doing talks at colleges, at schools, high schools, at juvenile centers. And my thing is to try to help some kids save their lives around the world. And, I've been around the world. I do talks in Switzerland. I've done talks in the UK. I've done them in New York, New Jersey, Philadelphia, this area, in Tampa, Florida. And I'm very public, doing lectures all over and trying to, you know, give people the real of what goes on within the streets, what goes on within the mafia and murders and, you know, the everyday life of being a criminal.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in the mafia, Johnny boy.
Number one.
You were never in the mafia. Stop this bullshit where you were in the mafia. You were not in the mafia. You and your little do boy Eugene wasn't in the mafia either. Mr. Mafia Hitman. People are putting on their titles now.
Throw in Ruggiano too.
Ruggiano was not he was a junkie. They all knew he was a junkie.
Right. Let me ask you a quick question before you go back to the video.
Mm-hmm.
Where is he making all these speeches and everything to help the kids? Where?
I don't know. I don't know. And what does he say during these speeches? Is he saying how many people he baseball batted? How many people he murdered?
You can bet he is. And it's not good. And then I had to live my life, and it wasn't. I could hear the whole bullshit coming out. But he's just saying states. He's not saying I talked to, 300 kids at St. John's University. And he's not saying that. So
no.
Where was he making these speeches? Unless the feds are taking him to jails and telling him, hey, you know what I'm saying? Guys,
tell him, tell them everything you know. You're taking them to prisons. Listen, guys, just tell them everything
have
you
a life
know.
of crime.
Get out. You get out and do the same shit
Brazil.
Again.
Right?
Hey, if you
don't do it here in the United States. Go to Brazil.
Yeah, if you end up killing someone, just go to Brazil. You only have to do 25 years. It's not a big deal, right? Just go to Brazil. Get the extradition thing like he got, do 25 years and be scot-free. Never hurt nobody.
You also said that you're pretty close friends with Sammy the Bull.
What?
Sammy is
What?
So this was before him and Sammy's little fight. All right.
I guess.
Let's hear what he says about his good friend Sammy.
A guy that obviously was an underboss of the Gambino family. Most people know him. If you don't know him, you can look him up. And
Tommy, he will not debate me. I gave him the offer to come on here and debate me. It's never going to happen because they know I will make them look so stupid. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
No, you're proven.
Listen, any of them have an open invitation. Come on here and be a man. Come on here. face us. Like it's not a big deal. Face me. We'll just have a conversation. I'm not gonna hurt you.
It doesn't have to be in person. Do it right like this.
Hey, I could do it in person too. I'm not afraid of any of these people. That's what they don't understand.
Get in the back of a cab and do it from there.
We'll do it in an Uber in Philly. Let's do it from the back of an Uber in Philly. How about that?
He's just recently done an interview on Value Entertainment, which I also done a couple weeks prior to him. And you get the basis of his story, mine, and some of the things we discuss and talk about. And Sammy was a very powerful underboss in the Gambino family, very powerful guy in the street.
Oh, my God.
What?
Oh, my God.
He changed his tone, though. Why is he talking so bad about Sammy when he was praising him on this interview?
Powerful underboss.
Very powerful underboss.
He went from that to Sammy didn't do shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he was betrayed. And during, the problem with the street and the street world is people that don't really understand it, and they watch some TV or they listen to these shows, they think they really understand what you sign up for and how treacherous it is, and they really don't get it. But if you sat at a table with us, or you came in a room like this and you sat with us, that opinion that everybody spews out so easily on a computer would be slid back about 30 steps.
I doubt it, Johnny boy. My opinion's gonna stay the same about you. You're a fake gangster. You kiss ass when it's convenient. This is proof right here that I'm not bullshitting.
Right.
His little $3,000 didn't work on Sammy, and what happened? Change his tone.
People forget, especially these guys, that whatever you put on the internet is there forever.
Forever.
Not go away. I don't care if you think you deleted it, you poured bleach all over your fucking computer, whatever. It's there forever.
Forever.
They wouldn't be speaking like that. So, the guys that do understand the life and understand the treachery, it's Machiavelli times 20, if you know what Machiavelli is, if you ever read. And it's
Tupac?
I like that. You like that? I love that. Yeah, Machiavelli and cheese.
I love Machiavelli and cheese. I might have some today.
That's what they ate in Brazil, Machiavelli and cheese.
Yeah.
It's a treacherous life, and the reason why we're out here doing this stuff, obviously.
Bruno, what's up, man? James, how are you? Machiavelli and cheese.
Some of the things I do, magazines, movies, series, TV series, you do get paid for.
Yeah, that's what he wants. Now we got Mr. Elton John A-Light. Introducing Mr. Elton John A-Light. I hope you guys enjoy this one. He
Oh, that's great.
And then he says, he never called me John, he always called me by my last name. And he goes, Elite, A-Light, whatever he called me, he calls me by my last name. He said, you should watch your mouth, this and that. I go, listen, Sam, I'm going to tell you about all you guys that you've never learned your lessons. Because I seen it in jails and I see it on the street. You just never know which guys you could talk a certain way to. You're too stupid to understand. That's why I've seen so many made guys get their heads kicked in jail. Because they take for granted someone gives a fuck what their title is. And when you're dealing with street guys, and when you're dealing with guys that I grew up in the street, no one cares about it. You will show respect if you're a gentleman, but if you're not a gentleman, you're going to get beat up.
What? You're gonna get beat up?
So
I'm sure people are very worried about that, Johnny boy. He should be worried about that. He got his ass kicked at a fucking Edward says, I'll give you $1,000 to see him on, Staxx. Hey, put your money up.
So at his age and his size.
Nice.
Yeah, I ain't paying him $1,000. I'll get him on though. Shit. He ain't gonna come on here. He is not gonna come on here and be humiliated in front of everybody, because that's what would happen.
Yeah, I'm guaranteed. I could see the conversation. I'm gonna go on this fucking guy's show because I'm tired of his fucking mouth. John, don't do it. He's got everything on you.
Don't do it, John. Don't do it, man.
John, this ain't Brazil. This ain't Brazil, brother.
Now he's a fucking gentleman, Francis says. Yeah, now he's a gentleman, total gentleman.
And his sickness and illness, and just be quiet. You don't got guys anymore to do your work. And I told him that, Sammy. You need guys to do your work. I am the guy that did the work for you guys.
Wow.
Where was that at? The
As he
imaginary
swells
Gambino
up.
family?
Does that jacket fly off as he swells up?
I don't know. I see his nose growing bigger every second, though.
I said, so you're never going to talk to me that way. I said,
He just did.
Right?
He said, you're never going to talk to me that way. He just did.
instead of doing things with me jointly, right? Because that's what we talked about initially. He wouldn't do it because his ego wouldn't let him, because he was scared I'd take the forefront on him.
Oh, now he thinks you're going to be more famous than him, right?
Oh my God. When was this?
This is recent. This was
Wow.
recent. Yeah.
Because especially when they start talking about violence, he can't stay with me and have these conversations because he's not doing them. He might ask the guy to do it, order the guy to do it, pass the message for a guy to do it, but he's not personally doing it. And there's the difference between me and him.
He slept over Junior's house a couple times, and now all of a sudden he's the Gambino family boss, right?
Yep. You know what? Angel said he was never, ever in John Gotti's house, ever. Even though he said a few times he's been there, he was there for parties and everything else.
Well, there's a video of him coming out of the house.
Out of Angel's house, right?
Yeah. Well, whatever house that Junior was sleeping at.
Right. I saw that video.
Salvatore says Dominic Cicali gobbles wiener schnitzels while A-Light commands Gene to apply Vaseline. Slowly.
Oh, man.
Then when did the money factor come in with this $3,000?
Well, he's broke. So he's constantly asking me for money because he's got no money for somebody. So finally I said, all right, I'll send you $3,000. And now he admits I gave him the $3,000. And he does a thing with Andy that did my Perfect Gangster show. And we're talking about doing another production, all of us. And
Cousins.
Andy
Identical cousin.
questions about John because I want to put it on my show. And he says, yeah, and he rambles all about John. He's an Albanian mafioso. He's a thug and a gangster. And I guess we put it on our Patreon.
Yeah, why did you put that on your Patreon? Because you paid him to say it. Like,
Right.
That's why you gave him the money. Now his whole tone is changing. Now, Sammy's jealous that John A-Light's going to take the forefront if they did a video together, right? It's hilarious. Like, you can't make this shit up, man.
Oh, I feel bad for A-Light now. That's terrible.
Why?
I'm throwing in some of that satire on this entertainment channel.
Because he was scared I'd take the forefront on him. Because especially when they start talking about violence, he can't stay with me and have these conversations because he's not doing them.
Oh, but you know who could? You know who could stay with him and have those conversations? He could. Captain Sausage. Soon coming to Sammy Gravano's channel.
He might ask the guy to do it, order the guy to do it, pass the message for a guy to do it, but he's not personally doing it.
So he was
and there's
smarter
the
than
difference
you.
between me and him.
So then when did the money factor come in with this $3,000?
Well, he's broke. So he's constantly asking me for money because he's got no money for somebody. So finally I said, all right, I'll send you $3,000. And now he admits I gave him the $3,000. And he does a thing with Andy that did my Perfect Gangster show. And we're talking about doing another production, all of us. And Andy asked him, "Can I tape you and ask you questions about John, because I want to put it on my show?" And he says, "Yeah." And he rambles all about John. He's an Albanian mafioso. He's a thug and a gangster. And I guess we put it on our Patreon.
Yeah, why'd they put it on their Patreon? Because he wants to try to show off like Sammy knew who he was. Sammy had no fucking idea who this guy was. Remember the video when A-Light said, "Oh, I tried to talk to Sammy one time.
What do you mean I'm a nobody?
Don't talk to him. Fuck's wrong with you?" John Sr. did not like A-Light because he was Albanian. No.
And he was too much up
around them.
He was too much up Junior's ass, and he didn't like that.
And did you hear?
And he was always trying to ingratiate himself, like that story that was a true story, that he went up and he went to shake hands with Sammy Gravano. Like, "Yeah, how you doing? I'm John May." Like, just fucking blew past him. "Who the fuck are you?" You know?
Yeah.
It's like I was saying the other day. Him and Gene are a perfect pair because they are the true sense. They are the wannabes. They were around certain
100%.
things, maybe, but they were never made. They didn't kill anybody. They didn't shoot anybody. You know, this guy wasn't in every country in the United States. I mean, in the world. You know, he didn't kill 2 guards in Brazil. I mean, it's just so fucking ridiculous.
It's insane.
They're killing their own content by doing this too. By the way,
hey,
that's why you're on the rise up and they're on the rise down.
Hey, it's all good. I'll step right on them to get up. You know,
hey, Bruno, that's right, brother.
These are the ones that you step on to get to the top. And listen, anyone that deals with these people, I don't want to deal with you anyway, so I'm cool with that too. John the Albanian mafioso was a consigliere in the Gotti family.
That's a good one.
Fat ball sperm cell, how you doing? Sammy the bottom bull loving on the Gino labia lips. Oh my god. Too funny, man.
He said for 45 minutes or an hour, the guy's a straight up killer, he's a gangster. I don't need him to say if I am or aren't.
What?
Ex-FBI and law enforcement all know me. They all got on shows with me. And
FBI and law enforcement all know him. They got on shows with him. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like a fucking conspiracy.
Oh, absolutely.
Why are these FBI agents and law enforcement allowed to even be around these people and to do things with them? Like,
to do things with them, exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
They should be around them to make sure that they're not fucking doing shit while they're on our dime. Not FBI, they're on our dime. They're on our payroll.
I know.
And they're getting 40, 50, 60 grand a year and a house. And this, I don't want to live here anymore. It's too cold. All right, we'll send you down to Tampa. And for what? For being a rat? I don't get it.
I saw your video on Chief Suckums and thought, I really get this guy out of Arizona slurping and burping.
Who has any lawyer, active, not active, a regular guy, to pay a lawyer $500 and go get the information and see who's being accurate and who isn't.
Oh wait, we got Mr. Chief Suckums getting chased out of Howard Beach.
Oh yeah. Ooh, he's getting the Porsche.
He gets chased by a woman.
When I was a young boy living in the city, all I did was run.
We got more for you guys. Hold on, we got another video. Let's check out how docile Chief Suckums used to be.
Along the way?
They tried to kill me twice. One time at my house with a machine gun in my bedroom. A rifle, MAC-10, put it all through my windows, through my bedroom area.
put out through my windows in my bedroom area.
I was in the middle of my rosary.
Yeah, he was in the middle of praying his Hail Marys, right?
Killed me on the Jackie Robinson. They missed me and shot my friend through the neck.
Oh, that's too bad they missed you there, bud. Too bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty docile here, huh?
Yeah. Look how quiet A-Light is.
What happened?
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
Fucking ruined it.
I thought you were in
You ended up
trouble.
doing
I
5.5
wanted to get in. I
Right.
wanted to save you.
Yeah, he's saving you. He's gonna save you.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door.
And
I'm
whose
gonna
card
get
is
it
on
fixed.
file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix the door for you.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged.
I'm suing you. I'm taking
I'm
you to
fixing
court.
you. I'm fixing it.
I never heard
Alright,
that
we
very
got-
end of it. I'm going to take you to court. Oh, wow.
Yeah, she was pretty pissed off. I'm gonna show you guys something. Look at this. Look at it. We're gonna show you Gino's handiwork. Gino's handiwork. What's that, Gino? What's that?
Wow.
Yeah, that's what he did to her. People talking about Gene's a good guy. He's a great guy. Let him date your daughter then. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. She might be a psycho, but she looks pretty from what I can see. Wow.
She's a nut
You
job.
know what? He shouldn't be around just for that. Forget about anything else. And of all the shit that he talks about, never does that come up. And you can't bring it up to him ever.
Yeah, why not?
Right?
Why not? Listen, he proves who he is every fucking day. He proves it. Like,
Yep.
he's not a changed person. He's not out there trying to help nobody. He's a loser. And he's there is no redemption in any of these fucking people. None of them. And that's the reason why I do these shows. And I don't care if you don't like it. Too fucking bad.
Yeah, I get it. I agree.
Do you still consider yourself a gangster?
All right, let's hear it. Do you still consider yourself a gangster, Gino?
No.
No, I don't. I mean, by heart, I'm still a tough guy. I know that, I'm not scared of nobody, but I'm not in the crime world no more.
No more.
Do you regret the things that you did in your previous life?
Yes. Pathetic. Yeah. Right.
I made
Do you
some
wish you
bad
never
choices.
went down that path?
Yes.
Do you have children?
No. No wife, no children, nothing. You lose everything when you go to jail,
Yeah, one of the things that I learned, because I've interviewed a lot of gangsters over the years, a lot of kingpins and so forth.
And a lot of non-gangsters. He's got the two fucking biggest flunkies on this show, calling them gangsters. It's fucking funny, man.
From the freeway Ricky Ross's, from LA to the Little D, who was the crack kingpin of Oakland, to Convertible Burt in Miami. And the one thing that I've always heard time and time again is that no matter how on top you are when you get locked up, no matter how many millions you have, whoever you're stashing this money with, you're putting properties in other people's names.
It's like, yeah, they stole my money, so I cooperate against them. Right? That's what they do.
And so forth, these people that you've held down, that you've made lots of money for, when you get out, it's all gone.
Gone. The minute you go in, once they
2
hear real crime,
months.
that's it, it's all gone.
You
They
got
start
that
robbing
right,
you.
Bruno.
That's it. They did it to my Uncle Andy, and he was the boss. As soon as he went in, they were talking about, at his funeral, they were talking about what they were going to take from him. Didn't even care he was dead.
Oh, what were they gonna do? Give it to him in the casket? Here, Andy, here's your cut. You're dead, but here's your cut. And he wasn't your uncle. You guys are fucking lying, trying to elevate yourself to something you're not. These guys had no dealings with the top echelon of the Gambino family.
Right.
Losers is what they are. Cousins.
Identical cousins.
Chicken fucking cousins.
They walk alike, they talk alike, sometimes they even look alike.
Cousins.
That's how it goes. Italians are cutthroats.
Yeah, and you know, we interview a lot of these criminal figures, and it's not to glorify this life. It's really to say, look, you're gonna have a run. It may last a few years,
If
but
that.
it comes with a lot of prison time, and when you get out, you're gonna have nothing.
I never heard these guys ever speak like that.
Right?
Like, don't commit crimes, don't get involved. Never. All they talk about is how violent they are, what they did, all this crazy shit. And they try to elevate themselves to something they're not.
Hey, that could
Neither
be
one
part
of
of
these
the
guys,
deal.
they weren't getting made. Either one of these guys.
No.
They were not on record with anyone. You think they're going to put Gene on record the way he acts?
No.
No fucking way. Look at the street boss over there sitting there. He looks like he looks like that Muppet.
But he does.
Doesn't he? He looks like the Muppet.
He looks like he's Eugene's driver.
He is. He's the enforcer for Vaseline.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
The Vaseline team.
I've been out of jail my whole life. That's it. Crime, jail, That's it. That's it.
Yeah. What are your plans now? You're 35 years old. Do you have a high school diploma?
No.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, bitch. You watch. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking.
Those are his plans now.
Yeah. I'm going into the jewelry business.
He's going into the jewelry business.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, bitch. You watch. You fucking piece of shit. You fucking scumbag. You do that to me. You a fucking piece of shit, bro.
Because you're wearing Ric Flair's stolen jewelry and I told them?
That's not. You're a
It
fucking
is.
piece of shit, bro. You're a fucking piece
So
of
now
shit.
you're threatening to murder me.
You're a fucking piece of shit. I did not to you. What the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Well, they worked that out. They're back together. You know, they worked that little bump in the road out. Hopefully they can
That's good.
yeah, I'm glad.
I like a happy ending.
I hope that they can really work on mending fences or door jambs.
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
Everybody, how you fucked 100 guys.
But yeah,
Hopefully they can work it out. I know they can. I have faith in their relationship.
I know.
It's
I think
strong.
they can.
Their bond is just too strong for that.
Oh, yeah, no, they're connected. You could tell.
Yeah.
Their souls are connected.
Meant to be. Yeah.
College, obviously.
Ruffin's going to witness protection. He's going to testify against both of them.
That's gonna happen, you know. Not maybe not that way, but somewhere down this line, somebody's gonna come out. This whole new little group that formed together, the Reformed Gangsters or whatever, and they're gonna
Hey,
come out.
Latin Butterfly, how are you? Yeah, because they're trying to be gangsters. They want to
Right.
be gangsters so
Right.
bad. I guarantee you, they're involved with some bullshit
Oh yeah,
down the line somewhere. They got to be involved with drugs, something.
Mhm.
Illegal Vaseline smuggling, sperm, who knows? Something. They're involved with some kind of bullshit.
Fugazi Vaseline. That's the name of it.
The Vaseline team is strong.
You have a felony on your record.
Tons.
Yeah. Even renting an apartment is.
He looks very docile in this interview,
Yeah.
right?
He's
He
just
looks
so happy. to
scared
be-
almost, like a scared little kid.
Like the
Child
microphone's
right,
gonna
everything.
explode.
But you gotta be a regular guy, you know?
Oh, you're a regular guy, huh? Is this a regular guy?
I did this to the door. I pushed the door in.
In this Airbnb, right?
Yes, I pushed the door.
And
I'm
whose
gonna
card
get
is
it
on
fixed.
file here?
Yours. But I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix the door for you.
So if I get charged for this,
You're not being charged.
I'm suing you. I'm taking
I'm
you to
fixing
court.
you. I'm fixing it.
I think
see
he's changed. I think he's changed, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he is.
You see his face. He's talking. He's like kind of a half-ass talking like a bully, I'll fix it. All right. I did. I just pushed the door. And then she goes, whose card is on file here? And he shits his pants.
Yours, because I don't
Oh.
have a credit card. I can't
No.
afford that. Yours is.
She's got him by the cojones, boy. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, they're gonna violate each other. They stab each other in the back every day.
Mm.
This little Chief Suckums went over on to Sammy Scammy Gravano's podcast. He applied Vaseline to him. So what's he gonna do? He's cheating on his boyfriend.
And you know what? Sammy probably paid him the $3,000 that Elite paid.
Probably the Vaseline Mafia.
How do you, and you have a long life ahead of you, how do you plan on living out the rest of your life?
I can't answer that right now, but I'm taking it day by day. You know, I'm gonna try and
one door at a time.
9-to-5 job and you know,
Yeah.
it's rough, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Well, John, I understand why you brought Gene on. I think it's actually a very strong ending.
He's like, yeah, he's my Vaseline applier. Don't worry, I'll bring him on again.
Applier. So
Well,
what are your
this is
plans? Well, first I'm going to shovel the snow up some roofs up in town.
He's gonna do some steroids, right? He's gonna shovel some roofs and start a door jam business and sell hot dogs.
Right. And
Leaders
then
and
I think I'll go into the jewelry business, maybe do a little professional wrestling.
some jewelry business. He's going into the jewelry business.
And while I was inside, I took some carpentry lessons, and so I'm going to go repair some doors and stuff and tables and chairs.
Yeah, Gino, tell Jasmine I said hi, okay? Yeah. But I appreciate you coming on, man.
I needed this, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Don't worry, we're gonna see a new one of these very soon. Coming soon.
He can't help himself.
He can't. I hope he gets it together, but he won't. But that's not my problem.
Somewhere somebody's gonna get in trouble and rat them out.
You guys are all great. Thank you, man. I hope you have a great day, Sonny.
Look what Francis said. Yeah, you too, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you, chat.
Man. Remember, if you want to help out the show,
man.
if you want to help out the show, you can donate through Cash App, Chatting with Staxx. It helps a lot. I'm looking to get a new laptop and some new gear. I need to upgrade. So if you want to help me help you, right here. And I hope you have a great day, Sonny. Thank you.
All right, brother. Thank you. You too. Ciao.
And if you like this content, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like this content, too fucking bad, start your own podcast. Peace. Appreciate you.